Moving on to challenge 2, we look to do 20 free kicks together to see what score we get. I'd like to really apologise for how poor we were at this activity.
We didn't
Woo!
it.
Shot. Okay. 2 out of 5. Ah, 2 out of 6. Nice. Oh, just a little bit away. Good shot there. Oh! 2 out of 8. Not very good, this 2 out. Straight in the middle.
Yeah, I thought it was
3 out
down.
of, what is it? No, 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10. Right, 4 out of 10. 10 to go, come on. 10 shots to go. Ah, you just gotta get around it, ball. Ah!
Oh dear.
4 out of 12. Four to 13. Four to 14.
I'm ready now, yeah?
Yeah. Nice. 5 out of 14.
I would have saved that. And that. Oh, Mr. B.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Oh, that was nearly a nice one to finish.
7.
7's alright. It's an odd number actually, which is good.
So eventually we got 7 out of 20, which is not a very good score. So what kind of percentage did Mr. Sewell and I get on this occasion? So we've got on the flip chart here a joint score of 7 out of 20. Remember from last video, what is percentage out of? It's usually out of 100. And when you do it, you're showing that as a fraction. This bottom number over here is the number that we want to convert to from this denominator over here. Denominators are the bottom numbers in the fractions. So we're going to go from 20 to 100. Now when it was 10, it was easy. It was 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100. 20 will be pretty much just as easy. You're going to go up in the 20 times tables to get to 100. You're going to, because 20 is a factor of 100, which means you'll be able to go into 100 absolutely perfectly. So let's just have a look and write on our times tables, just on our little times tables crib sheet over here on the right hand side. 20, 40, 60, 80, and then 100. So as you can see, 20 can get into 100. How many times does it go into that 100? Well, it goes once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. So 20 can go into 100 5 times, which means that over here, I've multiplied the 20 by 5 to get to 200. Our big rule from the previous lesson, whatever you do to the bottom, you do to the top. So 7 times 5 will become 35. 7 over 20 is equal to 35 over 100. If we convert that 35 over 100, we get 35%. So Mr. Sewell and I, with an open goal, albeit a small goal, from just outside the halfway yard line on a 7-a-side pitch, we only kick the ball in 35% of the time. Not the best. What if we got, let's do a better example, what if we got about, let's say, 15 out of 20? Okay. Again, we're looking at our denominator on the other side equals what denominator? Well, the percentage denominator is always over 100. Percentage is always out of 100. 100%, yes, I got 100%. You hear people say that. What do we do to 20 to get to 100? We need to make these two fractions over here equivalent. 20 times 5, as we spoke about in the previous question. 15 times 5 is going to now be the answer and the equivalent fraction. 15 times 5, the first way we can do it is we can just do the normal column method, which is absolutely fine. If you feel a number is a little bit too big, you can absolutely do that. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 2 is 7. So you've got 75 over there. Another way you can do this is you can split it into your 10 and you can split it into 5. I love partitioning. So 5 times 10 is 50. 5 times 5 is 25. And you add the two together, you get 75. So you could do that. That's probably how you could do it in your head. You could say 10 times 5 is 50. 5 times 5 is 25. So we've got the same answer in both sides. That means we've pretty much got the right answer. So we're going to put 75 here over 100. If we got the ball into the net 15 times, 75 over 100, 75% would be the percentage we would have gotten. And I think if you got 75% for a test, you'd be pretty happy with it. So there you go. In the next lesson, we're going to be looking at a denominator of 5 and a denominator of 25. We're going to bundle two together. And then I might even go and look at numbers that aren't factors of 100. So how can we look to calculate percentages if the number cannot go into 100? It's very challenging, but it should be exciting and interesting for you. Thank you for listening.